Supreme Court has been formally asked to overturn the landmark same-sex marriage ruling, right? So for the first time in a decade, I can't even, I don't even know where to start, because if in 2025 you still press about somebody being gay, you need help. You truly do. But that is what's happening, okay? So the Supreme Court has been formally asked for the first time in a decade to overturn the 2015 decision that legalized same-sex marriage nationwide. The petition comes from Kim Davis. We will get
when I catch you, Kim. When I catch you,
catch me outside. How about that? The petition comes from Kim Davis, the former Kentucky County Clerk, who famously refused to issue marriage licenses to same-sex couples, citing her religious beliefs, a move that landed her in jail and left her owing over $360,000 in damages. Davis and her attorney argue the ruling was based on, quote, legal fiction and violates her First Amendment rights. The court will decide this fall whether to take the case, but many legal experts doubt it will succeed, noting strong public support for marriage equality and protections already in place under the Respect for Marriage Act. I also want to point out that Miss Kim Davis has been married 4 times. She's currently with her husband, Joe Davis. She's been through 3 divorces. She was divorced in 1994, 2006, and 2008. So Kim Davis is pressed about a same-sex marriage, but the girl been divorced 3 times. How about you worry about you and your love life?
And I bet you her reasoning will be like, I can't help who I love. So you gonna try and stop who somebody else loves? Let me just get this point straight up out the womb and everything like that, okay? So when it comes to... people have such a problem when it comes to same-sex couples. And to me, I ask myself, what is the reason? Like, genuinely, what is the reason? Because for me, I'm not bothered by something that has nothing to do with me. And I granted, everybody's like, and then there's the people who give the excuse, oh, I don't have a problem with it, I just don't want it in front of me. You don't have to pay attention to it. Like, the amount of times I've seen some fine dudes with some egregious looking females, I don't sit there and be like, the whole time, like, oh my God, he dating that. Oh, that's what you like? That's your particular flavor? Go ahead, my boy. You got it. I just don't see how being bothered by somebody else choosing who they decide to love with their life has anything to do with me. Them getting married doesn't put more money in my pocket. It doesn't stop me from having an STD. It don't stop my period from giving me level 10 cramps. It don't do nothing for me. Because why? I live my life. They live their life.
Right.
And guess what? Our lives don't even gotta connect.
And a lot of people always say, like, religious belief, religious belief, religious belief. But I just don't think that that is a valid reason. Like, okay, for some people, they say it's in the Bible, whatever, okay. But I'm just like, mind your business. Who are you to judge, right?
But my thing is, real quick, if those are the words you choose to live by, whatever is, however you interpret the Bible, however you interpret your religion, if those are the words that you choose to live by, remember, you choose to live by, what does that got to do with the next person?
Yeah. I just think it's absolutely ridiculous that Kim Davis literally preferred to go to jail for a few days than to give these people their marriage license. Like, you are never going to come across this couple ever. And now she's talking about some... I don't think the Supreme Court is going to actually listen to this case, but let's say they do during the fall. You think you deserve emotional damage? You was trying to stop me from being with my partner.
Okay, it's like, my whole thing is, like, you want to claim that you went under emotional duress. Mind you, you chose to go the jail route, right? These people walked in there thinking that they're about to have the time of their lives, about to get married, right, everything like that. And you flat out told them, no, I'm not granting you that because you don't deserve it because y'all are religious a same-sex couple. It's just like, what kind of emotional damage do you think provides to them? Matter of fact, they should countersue.
Right.
What we going lawsuit for lawsuit, ban for ban. Who gonna win? Okay.
It is very triggering. And also the fact that, like, the Supreme Court majority is conservative right now kind of, heightens the tensions because who knows where it stands. I don't think it's going to go nowhere. But again, in 2025, if you still have that belief, I wholeheartedly don't stand by that. Stop being so pressed about other people's truth. I always say this to people. I'm like, do you think people would just choose and willingly want to be judged?
So many people hate, like,
right. And especially like depending on how you were raised, like I speak for myself, like in a Caribbean household, I have seen, like, how do you think people feel when their own parents are denying them? Like, you think someone wants to do that just for funsies? No, like, to me, it's weird. And I just wanted to talk about that because Kim Davis, girl, I don't think you're going to go nowhere. Focus on you and your kids and your life. Stop trying to literally ruin the lives of all. Like, girl, get a hobby.
Okay.
Tell them. Get a hobby.
Keep your man, like, you about to
work on making sure you don't get a fourth divorce, please.
Okay, like, literally the amount of failed relationships you've had spell out the word love. So let's please learn how to move with love and mind our business. Okay, MIND. Okay, another 4-letter word. Get into it.